So I was going to just leave it at one video today, but what is Phil Jackson doing? Like, I'm by no means a Knicks fan, to be honest, but one of my favourite players in the NBA is Kristaps Porzingis. Mainly because I said on draft day that he was going to be a superstar, and it's looking like I'm going to be right. I watched him play a little bit in Europe and he was unbelievable. But anyway, what the New York Knicks want for Kristaps Porzingis is a top 4 pick and an asset so that they can draft Josh Jackson. Josh Jackson is not going to be Kristaps Porzingis. Phil Jackson, you have got the unicorn. You have got a once-in-a-lifetime talent. We have never seen a player like Kristaps Porzingis, and he hasn't fully developed yet. We don't know how good he could become, but already, Kristaps Porzingis is the future of the New York Knicks. You can probably get a free agent in. That's probably a better asset than you can pick up in a trade that involves Kristaps Porzingis, giving away your best player, and getting Josh Jackson in return. You are not getting a player that is anywhere close to the standard of Kristaps Porzingis. Jackson is going to be a fine player. He's going to be a really good player, to be honest. He doesn't have a low floor at all. A little bit raw, but is going to be a solid NBA player. Josh Jackson is not going to be a star. He might be a star. He's not going to be a superstar. He is 100% not going to be a superstar. And you literally are shopping. You're potentially the best player in the world. Kristaps Porzingis could possibly be the best player in the world. He's like 22. He's 22. He's 7'3". He can shoot, and he's getting better and better. Nobody knows how good Kristaps Porzingis can become, and the Knicks are shopping him for pretty much nothing. Which pretty much means that the Celtics, if Danny Ainge is willing to give up anything, will be able to get Kristaps Porzingis. And if the Celtics can get Kristaps Porzingis to play alongside Al Horford, it's GG. Like, that team, if they can pick up Gordon Hayward, is better than the Cleveland Cavaliers. And I'm not saying that lightly because I love LeBron James, but that team is as good, if not better, than the Cleveland Cavaliers. So let's just say it's Jay Crowder. So Isaiah Thomas, the 1, Avery Bradley, the 2, Gordon Hayward at the 3, Porzingis at the 4, and Al Horford at the 5. That is a starting 5 that can compete with the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then you look at the bench: Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, Kelly Olynyk, Amir Johnson, and whatever role players they can pick up in free agency. And tell me that team isn't good enough to at least compete with the Cleveland Cavaliers. While they might beat them this year, Porzingis is only getting better. Isaiah Thomas has probably hit his peak. I'm not very sold on him, but it's no longer going to be his team. Gordon Hayward and Porzingis are both better players. You've also improved your defense. Al Horford is not the best defender, but he's a good enough shot blocker. And you've got Porzingis, the unicorn. Everyone's talking about Jimmy Butler and Paul George for the last couple of days. Kristaps Porzingis being put on the market is the biggest trade news there is. Phil Jackson is giving up a once-in-a-generation talent. That's like the Bucks giving up Giannis. It's like the Minnesota Timberwolves giving up Karl Anthony Towns. And it's not like they're looking for anything that much. They're looking for a top 4 pick. And if my memory serves me right, Porzingis was the number 4 pick and was a steal at number 4. Porzingis was steal at number 4 in a great draft. This draft isn't as good as 2015. And at number 4, what are you going to look out? That you're going to draft someone a little bit better? Maybe you think that Lauri Markkanen is better than Kristaps Porzingis. Maybe the Knicks think that he's the next Kristaps Porzingis. But newsflash, just because he's tall, white, and can shoot does not make him Kristaps Porzingis. Just like it did not make Andre Bargnani Dirk Nowitzki. Just like it did not make Kristaps Porzingis Dirk Nowitzki. Every comparison now for tall, white Europeans is going to be to Kristaps Porzingis, and trust me, they're not as good. There's never been another Dirk. Porzingis is completely different, and there will never be another Porzingis. Dragon Bender and Porzingis are nothing like each other. They were compared to each other. Dragon Bender will be a bust. He averaged like 1 point per game in EuroLeague for one of the worst teams in EuroLeague. Porzingis was a solid contributor at a pro level. Lauri Markkanen is a good enough player. Will not be Dragon Bender bad, but Lauri Markkanen is not Kristaps Porzingis. Phil Jackson, what are you doing? You are giving away potentially the best player in the world. You're giving away a player we have never seen before. And it's not like you're looking for a top 4 pick, 2 more first round picks, and an asset, which is probably fair enough. Fair game if you get that for Kristaps Porzingis. You're literally looking for a top 4 pick and an asset, and not even like the number 1 pick. The number 1 pick and an asset for Porzingis is probably fair, because Porzingis is better than any player in this draft. And the Celtics may be able to steal steal Kristaps Porzingis, and this move could change the Eastern Conference. It could genuinely make the Eastern Conference competitive. And I think once LeBron loses once in the East, it's the LeBron era is done. He will never make another NBA Finals, and it might happen next year. So anyway, that is the video. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.